Hey, welcome back to Blanche Talks Watches. Another quick how-to video today. Today we're going to be looking at how to change a watch battery. This is another thing that you really should be doing yourself if you have a watch collection. It's very simple for the most part, very cheap. It's not too expensive to get it done in the shop, similar to changing a strap, but look, just do it yourself. If you've got as many watches as I do, you could save yourself a small fortune by doing this yourself. So we'll dive straight in. So today we have a square fossil quartz watch. I'm not too sure model or anything. I've had this for years and it hasn't been worn in quite a while because the battery's been dead and I've been meaning to change it. So dive straight in. As you can see by the scratches on the back, it's not my first time changing this battery, and I'm going to show you how to avoid doing damage like this. So basically, to remove the back case, it's the same on most quartz watches. You will have, there's a lip here, as you can see, where you pry off the case. On some other watches it's just a completely flat case and you just need to work a blade in to pop it off, but it's the same principle, so I'll just show you on this one. So essentially any flat blade will work for this. So a lot of people use pen knives, butter knife, anything of the sort, but the best thing to use is a case back opening knife. These are super cheap on eBay or Amazon. If you're going to be changing your own batteries or straps or getting into watch modding or any of that, I'd recommend just jumping onto Amazon or AliExpress or somewhere and buying a cheap kit of watch tools. They'll set you up. You won't need some of them you'll need, some of them you'll break straight away, but it's a good way to figure out what you need to get better versions of and what's good enough. So I got one years ago now, and some tools I still use regularly. So the hand remover tool that came with it, I'm still using that. Spring bar tools, I have a few of them now from different watches. I'm still using the cheap one, it does the job. Same with the case back opening knife. So as you can see with the scratches here, what happened was, I believe I was using a pen knife for this and it just popped out, scratched out, and that's what happened. So what I like to do is take a bit of painter's tape, masking tape, just a small bit, and I put it over the blade. So looks a bit silly, but this will help reduce the chance of you scratching your case back. It hopefully, well, on this watch it certainly won't, but it hopefully shouldn't stop you being able to pry open the case back. So all you need to do is you get your blade, you trying to find a bite point. So here you can see it's caught there now. It's leaning against the lug at the back to give it a bit of leverage, and you just work it in until you can get it to pop. So as you do this, the actual blade portion will start to poke through the tape, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, so there you go, that's popped off. So inside your quartz watch, you might be surprised to see how small the movement is. This would be a standard enough quartz movement, but I've seen some that are absolutely tiny and in watches that are much bigger than this, so it's a surprise, or can be a surprise, the first time you open it. So once you have it open, you've got your plastic movement retaining ring. So if you just carefully pull that up, and that will expose your battery. So in this instance it is an LR921. Now the thing about watch batteries is there is so many different names for exactly the same batteries. I don't know why they've done it this ways, but there must be 10 different names for each battery. So I'm going to be replacing this LR921 with this 371, apologies, which is also known as an SR920SW. Exactly the same battery, two different names on this and a third name on this, but look, that's what they've given us. So to get the actual battery out, this one actually is quite an easy one. There's very little that would be held in under there if it popped out a little bit, but you just, there you go. As soon as I touched it, it jumped out. They tend to be spring loaded. Sometimes you can see here the contact point kind of spring loads it, so this part here is contacting with one face of the watch, and then this part here is contacting with the bottom side. So I'll just pop open this battery. So to reinstall the battery, as I mentioned here, the part that is contacting the top, you hook it in under that and just push it in, and then just pop the movement holder back on, and then you can turn it over and check that it's working. And yeah, you can see it there ticking away. So then we just get the case back. So be careful of the orientation of putting the case back on. You can see there is a dent in that side. So that dent lines up with the crown and the crown tube. So you want to make sure that's in the right orientation. Get it on pretty flat, and then just squeeze it. Make sure you work your way all around the case, ensuring that there's no gaps. And that's it. Just a nice quick one today. So there we have it, ticking away nicely. If you'd be interested in more specs on this watch, let me know and I can do a full review of it. But yeah, it's been in my collection for quite some time. So there you have it. Nice, quick and easy watch maintenance. As I said, I'd recommend anyone to do it. It's very easy. Sometimes they can be slightly more complicated with an arm across the top of the battery, but if you have a set of tweezers, you can just unclip the arm, move it out of the way, pop the battery in, and you're done. So look, no point paying someone to do it. Do it yourself, learn a little bit while you do it, and look, it's a great skill to have. If you'd like to see more tips and tricks, let me know, and I've got some cool watch reviews lined up in the coming months as well. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see, drop me a comment below, let me know, and please subscribe so you can catch my future videos. Thanks very much.